All right, people.
There.
Every week's gonna be all right, people.
Yeah, and if you know what we're referring to, 100 bonus points.
Cheers.
Yeah. So another week has gone by in the world.
Tell me what we're listening to this week.
We are going to be listening to the Teenburger.
Yeah, Teenburger.
Which, you know, a lot of you might assume that the word burglar might be on there. And by the word burglar, I mean the word burglar.
I thought you meant the word burger, since it's Teenburger.
Oh, yeah. It would.
That would have made sense.
That would have made sense.
Yeah. Anyway, word burglar is not associated with this. Who is
Burglar, burger. That sounds very close.
Yeah. Burglar and burger.
Bring it up.
It's Ghettosocks, it's Timbuktu, and it's Jorun. DJ Jorun.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Who is a Halifax dude. Ghettosocks, Halifax. And Timbuktu is from London originally.
London.
Now he's up in Toronto.
Yeah, that's right.
And yeah, we loved the Ghettosocks album. We loved the Timbuktu album.
Yeah, so it should be pretty good to hear them both together.
Yeah.
And I know that we both heard them come in on other people's albums and kind of do a track here or there, some feature tracks. We both enjoyed those.
Yeah, we actually heard Ghettosocks for the first couple times on featured tracks.
That's right. That's how we got into them.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
So I'm really looking forward to this album. I've never heard this. And,
no, first time for me too. I don't even know what the singles are.
Right, let's bite into it then.
All right, this is
8 a.m. This is the intro to the Teenburger.
Raps.
Hi, I'm Ghettosocks Feldman, and this is Teenburger. Is it Jorun outside? That's my pal Ron Pompey Bombay outside honking on the Volkswagen. Today was a special day, the last day of school. Just like any other morning, sleeping in late. We've skipped enough class this year. Might as well show face for the last day. Keg parties, prom, beach jams. Stachius Clay. Let's get this party started. Got out of my bed about 8. Rise and shine. Wake up! Woke up around 8. It's the morning. Wake up! Yo, damn, man, where these guys at? I gave myself a stretch. Parked outside South's place, 8 in the morning. I'm in the Volkswagen honking the horn. 8:05, blasting Led Zeppelin. Got a bad feeling that both of them slept in. I'm waiting 10 more minutes, then I'm jetting. Oh, here they come. Come on, get to stepping. Engine revving, y'all in slowpoke mode. At this rate, we'll get to the school at 11. Looks like it's gonna be a hella long day. Gotta get a cell just so I can yell at Bombay. Wipe the sleep from my eyes and I'll start this stupid ass adventure like Leonard Part 6. Yeah. Let the doggy out to wet the fence. Toss treats in the bag off to get some friends. Fuck it. Socks Feldman, who's nice with the pop art. Dressed like Poochie, rasterized with a pop tart. Slap on the snooze, relax and take 2. Think back, it's late June. Fact, I hate school. Start to fake sick, then change my mood. I gotta get dressed quick, get high like K2. Breakfast is this, no eggs, no grapefruit. My mom splashed my face with ice water soup. Who catch the bus late? Bet you guess who? Timmy's in the rush, race out with unlaced shoes. Rock and roll, who's got the soul? Scuff to Chuck Taylor's haters, stop, drop, and roll. No herbs in my personnel, words you heard of mine. Murder rhymes like dropping a burg in burger time. In some Reebok black top, a wild style backdrop. I'll make a baby's crotch warm like a laptop. I'm Socks, he's Joe Run, and he's Buck 2. These dudes look like Sheila E. from Crush Groove. Yo, it's a new day, I'm the big man on campus. We run the schoolyard, crush your hippocampus. The routines are too hard, make us suckers panic. Goddamn it, we getting food bar, then we go bananas. Dip through the traffic, swim upstream like salmon. Don't cross the streams, Peter Venkman of this rap shit. When I say I got class, you know I mean scholastic. I'll meet you in the cafe at lunch, we dropping acid.
usually a crowd, but not for Teenburger. I hear they're a mouthful.
All right, so that's Teenburger. The track was called "Wake Up," featuring Jorun Bombay.
Jorun Bombay.
Jorun Bombay.
Don't even hesitate. Just go with it.
Jorun Bombay.
Boom. One more time.
Jorun Bombay.
Boom.
Yeah. Album's called Burgertime. And little something is Jorun Bombay. I'm not even gonna hesitate.
Don't even.
I'm just gonna do
you
it.
already did, so too bad I'm gonna jump in there.
Fine, jump in. Tell them about what I was gonna say about Jorun Bombay.
Jorun Bombay, for you that don't know. Now, actually, I should back up because I actually have never heard any.
You have
beats.
no idea what I was gonna say, do you?
Let me finish.
Oh, okay,
Let me
finish. Please.
I have never heard any of his beats,
you.
but
You had interrupted me.
I do
won't interrupt
quite
you, though.
enjoy them because
I'm not gonna interrupt you.
Okay. I'm feeling that, and what's really cool
You know,
about
Jorun
this guy,
Bombay actually he produced the entire album. If you didn't know that.
except for where mentioned,
Yeah.
check the back of the CD.
Anyways, what were you gonna say about Jorun Bombay?
Well, I never heard any of his beats before, but I had heard that he's done work on a bunch of hip hop stuff, where he's gone out and recreated instrumentals of sort of classic hip hop or like tracks that you can't find instrumental for. He's gone out, found the sample, redone them,
like completely remade the entire.
Yeah, like a lot of details,
as if it were the real one. Like you wouldn't even be able to tell the difference. The one he did was "Rock the Bells." LL Cool J.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I think that's pretty cool, and knowing that, and then listening to just the opening track, you know. It starts it off on a beat side, you know, pretty intense and in a pretty cool way, I think.
You can already see that this is an album where it's not going to have your classic Timbuktu sound to it.
Oh,
and you can tell, like, as soon as you hear a Timbuktu beat, you're like, I think that's a Toolshed beat. I think that's a Timbuktu beat. And these beat, at least that beat, did not sound like a Timbuktu beat.
It's totally. Well, you can separate the MC from the producer. Right there, definitely.
But it's going to be interesting to see how Timbuk does over somebody else's beats for an entire album.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, I wonder if there will be any Timbuk's beats on here.
I don't think so.
I don't know if there are, but it would be interesting to listen through and be like, even if we go, oh, that sounds like one, and then we look into it and see that it's not, or maybe it is, you know.
All right, here's what we'll do. As soon as you think you hear one, slap the table and call it out. And,
that's right.
We'll
I'll buzz in.
Buzz in. Whatever. All right, we're gonna move into homeroom here. This is Teenburger. We're the listening party.
Where is Spicoli? I saw him earlier today near the first floor bathrooms. Is he still on campus?
I saw him by the food machines.
How long ago?
Right before class.
Crashing, fucking old blue Datsun. My 6-speed CCM chrome's too flashing. First bell ringing, teachers know who's absent. The kids too fly, Jeff Goldblum's matching. Shorty homebrew smashing. A whole new year means a whole new batching. Dose through math and never know true fractions. We's Teenburger, the bros who's back. I rock the class late, yo, it's Dashi's clay. I'm academia nuts for cafeteria trade. Fabricate cheat sheets since back in the day. Academia sucks, it ain't the happiest place. Worst this first period, I ain't really been since they started talking to me about my spotty attendance. Tell them that I'm sorry and they're oddly offended. Penitent, but then again, it probably ended detention.
Why are you continuously late for this class, Mr. Spicoli?
I don't know.
You're ripping my car. Yeah.
You dick!
You can't find a guy with any lines in saliva. We combine in a turbine of rhymes to wind ya up. Need I remind you, we glide like Slimer. And I'm just trying to hide the bone behind my binder. By the time that lunch hits, I'm on some dumb shit. On the bus with a crush on some slutty young chick. Guarded out, hot mouth with some bloody plum lips. And a piercing an inch back from where her tongue tips. Past the front office and geeks trapped in office. Pick up my late slip and beat back imposters. Give a straight chicks a whip for the banana. I skip class, anonymous, sit back and author the sick raps. Bring ruckus like B.A. Baracus. Bad attitude on the PA, you suckers. PD days, what's up? I just jumped out the covers. No breakfast till lunchtime, that's my favorite subject. Ghettosocks filming off the head, I'm rock pelting. Now I can stop dropping, but your head won't stop melting. My thoughts are a Walkman with no pause or stopping. Plus Mighty Jorun brought that witch doc doctrine. Yo, we locked in this room every morning since autumn. Watching the clock tick tock with no options. Respite escape route, rebel with no cause.
What was that? Eat my shorts.
You just bought yourself another Saturday, mister.
Crushed.
You just bought one more right there.
Well, I'm free the Saturday after that. Beyond that, I'm gonna have to check my calendar.
Good! Because it's gonna be filled. We'll keep going. You want another one?
It's the last day of school and my flat staying full. I just passed shop class cause my ashtray was cool. Math teacher was an ass, tossed a match at the fool. Clean locker, watch my textbooks splash in the pool. Food fights in the classrooms, black goes the juice. Snack pack to your back, dude, stashy is rude. Crack open the yearbook, package your choose little captions that capture the madness of you, yeah. Jocks and geeks both throw me high fives. If you give me that lip, then I'll baloney that eye. Even Jeremiah don't go on that side. We be honking at the skirts when the homies drive by. Yo, we won't multiply, kiss, homework, and buy. No homeroom report, yo, we going outside. Known to ignore your authority. Why we be sleeping in mornings, keep it going all night. Sipping on a tab, peeping chickens in the lab. Peace signs in my mouth while I'm licking at the glass. Free tickets to see Kiss. Gene Simmons is a man. Thanks, Pops, Dad, cool, cause he's living in the van. With the sides airbrushed with an image of Japan. And a wolf with some half-naked woman looking tan. Subwoofer 8-track spinning super tramp. He lent me the keys, he's auditioning for bands. Waiting for the bell, the rings, making me a mental case. Almost time to celebrate. Throw away the pencil case, tell them to their face. This teacher's the hella fake. Not until I see my final marks though. Chill and wait till it's safe to facilitate the Miller break. Out the 8-track tapes, push bash, elevate. Legs rocking cake stands, dropping hits, really brave. Leap from the roof into the pool where I hallucinate. Oh yeah, they run my ass like a Nazi regime. I can't believe in 6 minutes I'll be off in the streets. Bottle rockets in my backpack, vodka and weed. I hold a tiger grab bag just for blowing off steam. You know what that means, I gotta get an OE. The girls gotta lie down just to do up those jeans. Bowling, no, we are getting loaded, so please don't say the word curfew, I gotta go pee. Still bleed through the halls with 100 other fools. Kids maimed when they fall, like the running of the bulls. If you're from another school, get pummeled in the pews. Cause the summertime is coming, I don't wanna follow rules. Nah, me too, can't wait to get my own place where I'll take chicks to third, then slide to home plate. Spit with an accent like Dana Dane made. I'll keep getting older, but they stay the same age.
Welcome.
All right, so that was Alice Cooper, and before that we had Homeroom off of the Teenburger Burgertime album.
Burger time.
That Homeroom beat, man, it had a sample from...
Let me cut you off. Del and
DJ Z-Trip.
What? Do what you wanna?
Yeah. Dynasty. It's called
Dynasty.
Dynasty.
Yeah.
Dynasty remix. It's the Z-Trip Dynasty remix.
Yeah, we should post that up somewhere. You guys should check that out because that's a really good song
really
too.
Dope.
And it was kind of hard for me to get to hear anything else.
To pass it,
yeah, you know,
because the entire time you're just hearing that. It's like hearing "Walk This Way" and then hearing the Run DMC version. If you'd only grown up on the one.
Yeah, totally.
If I'd grown up in this version, I might be like, "Oh, that's awesome." But the entire time I was just thinking, that's Walk This Way.
Well, yeah, half the song we were sitting there like, oh, we recognize that. What's that from? And then after a while, you kind of get caught up in it.
Yeah.
So
good song.
Yeah, it's a good song.
It's hard to separate from what I knew.
Yeah, exactly, totally.
Yeah.
And what about Alice Cooper?
I like that one, man.
Yeah,
I did. I find all these beats are a lot more like the throwback beats. They're very much a throwback to they have a very 90s sound to them.
Totally, and I think that kind of goes with what they're trying to do here. I mean, everything that I've seen so far is kind of like throwing back to the older days when you were a teen and
eating burgers.
Well, burgers, but like they're talking about going to high school and going to school and whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, the first track was Waking Up, second track, Homeroom, third track's like School's Out for the Summer.
That's true. That's true.
And even in between Homeroom and Alice Cooper, they had the I think from The Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
which I'm assuming is another high school movie. Modest of a throwback.
They also had, and then in the way they're actually making the music, they're doing. They had the back and forth rhyming on the last track, very quick back and forth, which is right out of like kind of a throwback style. Totally. They have the one producer, and whenever you have one producer producing an entire album, they make a much more cohesive kind of sound.
Definitely.
And it sounds like they all had I mean, maybe not going into it, but by the end of the album, it seems like they had a very strong idea.
Yeah, they knew where they were going and how to get there.
Based on what we've heard so far.
Yeah, totally.
But speaking of that, let's get into the skit next.
Yeah, this is the...
And that's another thing. Who does skits anymore in albums? You know?
Only throwbacks.
Yeah, only older albums have that.
Totally.
So I think that it's going for a throwback.
Definitely.
Steez.
And so far, right on par.
All right,
let's move on here to the fifth hole. Here we have the English tutor skit. Raps.
Alright, what's up, Julian? I'm gonna be your English tutor today. Might as well start with the basics, that being Teenburger. Say this. I would like to buy a Teenburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a Teenburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
Come on, man, let's break it down. I would... No. Would. Like to buy. It's easy. A Teenburger. 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 I would like to buy a Teenburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I don't know where you're getting this damn burger. It's Teenburger.
I'm not saying Timbuktu. I said I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a Teenburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
Teenburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
Alright, you know what? Fuck it.
We don't quit. We do not quit. Again.
I would like to buy a Teenburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a Teenburger.
I would like to buy the burger.
I would like to buy a Teenburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a Teenburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a Teenburger.
The burger.
Now here, an incision has been made. The ribs have been sawed off, allowing us to remove the breastplate. Observe the human organs as they exist in their natural state.
Particles is a stupid word in general. In science class with the pen and the pad, Duns cap, Reebok pumps, punks can't have. Lamp in the back, relaxing with the lab rats. You don't wanna know, so don't ask what's in my knapsack. Permission slip, signed by your guardian. Roll up your sleeves, don't put slime on your cardigan. Let's start with magnets, now that we got an audience. And the iron filings, that we got a party. And I never meant no harm. Alarms in the auditorium. Long story short, Doc Marty DeLoreans. Top 40, I'm got bored and storing in the pots, warming like popcorn in my emporium. Shot shorty, we shop talk, this 40 in the void, getting put on the spot. Props to go when them dogs ain't my homework. Not valedictorian, you need a mop, better go talk to the custodian.
It's the hottest thing. It's the hottest thing.
Some say the child's prodigal, biological. Logically, a fish can fly, call them flying nautical. No fiction, Dickens, science comical. Redheads have more fun than diabolicals. Hop out of them jeans, they too limiting. Just when I got used to the words, use riddling. Booze jiggling, after school, get it in. Plus, I need more cowbell, Bruce Dickinson. Watch a bit about the miracle of giving birth. Calculator watch, typing up all the integers. Me and Tim, baking soda with the vinegar. Teacher said our tests both scored oddly similar. I'm at the back where the hot hose is. Not listening, but learning via osmosis. Textbook pillow, you do not know shit. In comparison to us, yes, socks go 10.
It's the hottest thing. It's the hottest thing.
I don't mess with sidearms, stick to the Krylon. I find me up in driver's ed riding over pylons. Like Einstein flunk, but get my grind on. Mixing dynamite and igniting the ticking time bomb. Jump to the boogie to pump up the booger. Give a pump noogies and we get drunk with some of them. Not a hung jury, let me get some. I'm deserving and determined to pump up the bus. I've been to the movies, but haven't seen 3D yet. My actions in the bathroom made Phoebe jet. And even though my rhymes get the VG wet, I flunk French cause I misspelled BC Clet. I can't stand math, then I bomb theme song for Unsolved Mysteries.
Here is the human heart, which you can see is actually located in the center of your chest.
Jefferson's gonna really make Lincoln pay for this. It's gonna beat the guy's gonna totally destroy them, annihilate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Timbuktu, Elder Sensei, Ghettosocks,
Totally destroy them, annihilate.
Here we go. We popping off and blast brag with slang editorial. Man, they never called you when the loop becomes recordable. Audible Pro, I smash lines into winery. Locked in the booth with the eighth is where you find me. Tripping from days back, but now futuristic. 2009 is still thrill with linguistics. Dwell underneath in the thick of the beat. To pick up your feet and wake you from your slumber and sleep. Pummel the wheat and spit like street sweepers in broad day. Spit it the hard way like Cosby on an off day. Praised and thought together in a better context. Always brand new like the cat who ain't signed yet. Rhyme veteran shaped like cardio in the gym. Heartless with the pen, regardless who you sin. Tim Socks and me, together we team. Blowing off steam, return to Joe, you know the routine. Come on,
Cats wanna front on the name. I'ma keep showing up on the bill, so deal with it.
heat rock, still kicking my dude. Hot back, hot raps, and you know we got that.
We're keeping rappers feet to the flames. I ain't tripping. Packing with capacity crowds to stay flippin'.
Dude, I'm not tripping. Your tunes are not hitting. And socks spitting. Clock chicks gin on the rock sipping. I'm Pulp Fiction, will knock you out of the box skipping. And hot writtens, clown kids like Robot Chicken. My clicks banging like chip wagons packed the burner. Called your blog raw dog and crash the server. Enthusiasm Kerber will smash your perma. Playing hot potato with your head and catch a murder. After I lash out, I'm still in your eyelids. Fly shit, burn your retinas and fill up your mind quick. I call your chick Dell cause she's building a virus. It'll cast away your friends like on Gilligan's Island. Look, even your mom loves to see this kid rhyme. But when you're free, I actually see the stink lines. I'm 3 to 6 times these elitists big times. Cause to crush they A game, I never need to bring mine.
We're keeping rappers feet to the flames. I ain't tripping. Packing with capacity crowds to stay flippin'.
Heat rock, still kicking my dude.
I ain't tripping.
Hot back, hot raps, and you know we got that. Yeah.
Cats wanna front on the name.
I ain't tripping.
I'ma keep showing up on the bill, so deal with it.
We're claiming the stage, ain't nothing friendly about it. Name a name on the page, get label pains and I'm crowded. Get the crowd to engage, have the power rerouted. Amalgamating with the greats and make an album that's touted. Timbuktu the rum runner, don't trip, I'm on some other. Go rip the instrumental, then fist like rough lovers. Plus cover the earth's crust like cartographers. Dust to dust till I bust out my sarcophagus. Proper topic so hot, pop thermometers. I was car bombing in bars on the Andromeda strain. Anomalous and never the same. Type of cat to keep anonymous but ever remain. Make the girl say burger. Word to the returners. A verse of each verse is berserk and you deserve it. Personal quirks to get worse but keep determined. MCs to keep it pervin' with perks like Pee Wee Herman.
Cats wanna front on the name.
I ain't tripping.
I'ma keep showing up on the bill, so deal with it.
Heat rock, still kicking my dude.
I ain't tripping.
Hot back, hot raps, and you know we got that.
We're keeping rappers feet to the flames. I ain't tripping. Packing with capacity crowds to stay flippin'. Welcome again, sports fans, to the football event of the year. I'm your host, Oliver Closov. Tonight we have which is widely regarded as the most anticipated football game of the year, Lincoln versus Ridgemount. So without further delay, let's get started. We have the Ridgemount High School Marching Band on the field to sing the national anthem. Oh, wait a minute. Stepping to the microphone to accompany the band will be Derek from Northcliffe? Derek from Northcliffe. Take it away, Derek.
Well, Derek from Northcliffe will not be taking that right now.
No.
Because we're taking a short little break to talk about those songs.
That's right. So just to do a little bit of a recap of the song before that, it was Ain't Trippin', the remix, featuring Elder Sensei on that one. We also had Chemistry, the New Science remix, and
that was actually a track off of
Stranger Danger.
Yeah, Timbuktu's debut solo album.
That's right.
Yeah, the chorus hit. I was like, wait a minute, I know this song.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I looked it up, and yeah, it's a track off of his, except it's the remix version with Ghettosocks on it.
Yeah, I mean, I recognized it, and I thought it was all right. That was the first track so far that I just kind of thought was okay.
Yeah,
didn't really do too much for me. I mean, other than Homecoming, Homeroom. But it's only because of the beat. You know, everything else on here on the Chemistry song just didn't really do it for me. I don't know.
Didn't jive with you?
No, not really.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I like the Chemistry song. But if I would, if it's gonna fit in my top 3, remains to be seen.
Yeah.
The one with the Elda Sensei on it actually Ain't Trippin' remix. I was kind of looking forward to because Elda Sensei is the guy from Artifacts, with Tame 1.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said when we reviewed Timbuktu's album, him and Timbuk actually toured together when Timbuk was working on his solo album. So it's kind of cool to see, another track here with him on it. Although I suspected that might be a remix of the Elda Sensei's lyrics.
Oh, you mean
like over?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because it's called 8 Trippin' Remix, right? And my memory's just failing me, and I can't remember where 8 Trippin' original would be.
Yeah, fair enough.
Man, that English Cheater skit was killing me. I was loving
that.
that.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I wonder where they got that cut or where they found that.
I know, I'm
assuming they didn't do it so they can do some crazy accents, but
yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Now Derek from Northcliffe is coming up, and for those that don't know, and you can see right on the screen, that's Decisive.
That's right.
So,
and if you don't know him, then check out our first show that we had last Sunday on the 4th, our premiere of season 2.
That was a great album too.
Because we reviewed Decisive's album, and regardless, if you don't want to check that out, just check out his music in general, because he's one of the more well-known, or should be more well-known hip-hop or Canadian hip-hop artists.
Yeah, he definitely needs to get more due than he's given.
Definitely.
Check out the track, The Introduction. That was my favorite off that album.
Yeah, there was quite a few off of that
Wonderful
album.
World was good too. Let the Children Die. You know what?
Yeah, Father.
Go type in Decisive, and you'll find some good stuff.
Check him out. If you don't know, you're about to know, man.
Let's move into Kid Lincoln with Decisive. And,
we gotta work on my accents.
Oh yeah, working on it, man.
Oh, raps, man. We be going into these raps here.
Just don't do it on
with
air.
These hip-hoppers. Booyaka shot!
Yo, kill Lincoln. Know it sounds radical, but I'm ill thinking. Shit's real, took a sabbatical, but I'm still drinking. Wanna see a Mustang Sally? Not Will Pickett. Staring contest. Why you still blinking? Pay attention, kiddies. Him and me don't need no hall pass. The book committee, get ready to lick the ball sack. Straight out detention. Heavy metal mall rats. Star athletes get mad, beat with baseball bats. What you heard, King Teenburger III. Watch Jock's personality get purposely served. No love, T. Turner ain't speaking to nerds. Need Gerbers, we murder these herds. Man, your whole school's whack, I'm talking keep the L's. We be backs and knees and back up in the teacher's lounge, leaving the trash. Toilet paper, seniors, houses, get your girl to come aloud like a seizure sounds. Timmy set the pit, these little pricks clean and spick a phone, hit him in the lid with kicks like that idiot. Spicoli, hold him down, son. I'll administer the minestrone, hold his dip like a goalie, wriggled on my rigatoni. With the baloney, these kids wearing the ascot, crotch like David Bowie, Jim Carrey, a mascot. Fighter like Winoni, my DeLorean blast off. Witness testimonies, hit the 40s with Sasquatch. If you see them suckers out on the field, let them know how you be keeping it real. Smash your Teenburger up in they grill. Kill Lincoln.
Oh, it's like that now.
If you see them suckers out on the field, let them know how you be keeping it real. Smash your Teenburger up in they grill. Kill Lincoln.
Oh, it's like that now.
Tray out your hand, command the cafeteria. This ain't Alcatraz, but no one's getting out of here. You hear about brass band? Your band's inferior. You get your class bring back hand to the posterior. Yeah, the science is weird. Either flies in here. We high-fiving with some pirates while you crying your beer. Try and size up the alliance and you'll die with your peers. Well, not die, but at least find a fry in your ear. Yo, you look like beanpoles playing shirts and skins. We transform like Teen Wolf. That's when the hurt begins. We pervert your cheerleaders, then we work them in. Purple nipple in your twerps and deserted gyms. Observe a perfect 10 standing in an arching stance. We hit the door, crashing parties with a marching band. No go-kart
starting part, so just park your ass. You got bananas in the pipes in your park sedan. You're just a garbage man, I'm the king of the prom, so bring it on. I'm getting lost in the sea of pom-poms. The Don Juan, Ghettosocks, Timbuktu, Jorun. Set it off and get exotic like the premise of Tron. I'm like Megatron, and you can bet that I'm on. I'll set the high score and bounce like I'm the king of the con. Think your girlfriend's a girl, well then you're thinking is wrong. Thank me later, I'm the reason that you're wearing a thong. Kill Lincoln. If you see them suckers out on the field, let them know how you be keeping it real. Smash your Teenburger up in they grill. Kill Lincoln.
Oh, it's like that now.
If you see them suckers out on the field, let them know how you be keeping it real. Smash your Teenburger up in they grill. Kill Lincoln.
Oh, it's like that now.
Heel goed naar Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp neemt de bal aan. Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis
Yeah. You're gonna get a dry clean on up in here. Stay crispy. We ain't gonna get dirty on this one. Matter of fact, we're gonna get real nice. Make it bounce like laundry sheets. Yo, I'm not off the hook. I'm fresh out the laundry. Pinch pennies, but I still look fly in this economy. No static cling and lint doesn't stick on to me. Throw on the crisp fly kicks and I'm Gandhi. Get my dry clean on without a coat hanger. You know I gotta look nice as an entertainer. It's a no-brainer. I'm so fresh I go when you peel the lid off of my container. I get my razors and lotion at Costco and porter wine from Italy, vodka from Moscow. No manicures for me, those are for sissies. No hand-me-downs, everything stays crispy. So tough, so fly, so classy. I shower 3 times a day, picture me smelling nasty. Now that's mission impossible. My Tic Tacs are so hot they burn every hair in your nostril.
Gotta be so fresh when you're out in the public, but stay so tough, so the ladies will love it and the money. Cold when it's on it, the track so hot. Every time we rhyme on it, gotta be so fresh when you're out in the public, but stay so tough, so the ladies will love it and the money. Cold when it's on it, the track so hot. Every time we rhyme on it.
Ghettosocks is a prince in the hood, so fresh parents ain't met yet. Parrots ain't great pets, but I'm fly like one. 99 plus 1, nighty night. You just wait outside till the bus comes. Y'all can't pull off this flashy shit. Your chick want a free ride like a taxi chick. See my Air Max 90s? They immaculate. Chat roulette with socks, yeah, that's a dick. I'm at the backpackers cause I gotta get that coffee. And if this is your wife, better get that off me. Just rush that girl off my shoulder or I hush that girl and it's over. Got kicks at your eyeballs and never seen in big paper. 11 by 17s. Speed turbulence, lean for a kiss. We murderers, guess what? Teenburger, bitch.
Gotta be so fresh when you're out in the public, but stay so tough, so the ladies will love it and the money. Cold when it's on it, the track so hot. Every time we rhyme on it, gotta be so fresh when you're out in the public, but stay so tough, so the ladies will love it and the money. Cold when it's on it, the track so hot. Every time we rhyme on it.
Keep it clean, keep it fresh, like Howard Hughes. Leave the dream smelling like a bunch of flowers do. And you know we ain't impressed when you rock a power suit. Got designers on retainer, it just take an hour or two. Mr. Smooth Palm, my entourage handles doorknobs. Keep my hands clean, still crush it like a warlock. My posse pours shots, should've kept your doors locked. While we're on the topic, your girl look like a Morlock. My mustache managed to make me more famous. No rap manager, Jack Daniels pro like Joe Namath. I'm asthmatic, but ask, it don't matter. I'm max on Craftmatics, get cash like Blackadder. Keep it sanitary while you use the 5-second rule. Clutching at your fool, remember who you're stepping to. We executing fresher shoes, break a neck and two. Connect with Teenburger, leave you naked in the vestibule.
Gotta be so fresh when you're out in the public, but stay so tough, so the ladies will love it and the money. Cold when it's on it, the track so hot. Every time we rhyme on it, gotta be so fresh when you're out in the public, but stay so tough, so the ladies will love it and the money. Cold when it's on it, the track so hot. Every time we rhyme on
this is an oldie, but, well, it's an oldie where I come from. All right, guys, watch me for the changes and try and keep up, okay?
We be the big bad cats from the backbone of catalog. Keep it jam-packed. When we board them with a battle bar. This rap pack spits on them that'll grab applause. Sip that list. Smack rappers that we shadow box. Slide cross faders. Kids listen to the analog. Sandals got tangled. You're forced to kiss the camel paw. No more haters. I'm bouncing like a paddle ball. Getting paid. I'm good. Well read. And I'm tall. Six packs cracked. Dip caps with the camouflage. Keep it Mad Max and permanently sabotage when I'm up the back. Big cameras will snap a lie. Think it can't happen. Decapitated Jabberjaw. Too cold. Sucker should have packed the camisole. Starting a gym bulletin. And ended with a cannonball. Draw myself off. Play piano with Diana Crawl. Eat some calamari, pet a kitty cat. And a dog. Ride the rhythm mad cat. Serving up the alcohol. Slipping Tampax. Hit your bitches like I'm Santa Claus. Flipping like we lab rats. Tripping out on Planet Rock. Give the gab. Mash rappers into applesauce. Timbuktu. Royalty. Like a sample law. Ample broad. Trying to stampede. Like a cattle mob. Matadors. Handle love handles. Like a panda claw. To the land. Rock with fans. Now ain't that a job?
Rock the discotheque. Teenburger. Rock the discotheque. Rock the discotheque. Timbuktu. Rock the discotheque. Ghettosocks. Rock the discotheque. Timbuktu. Rock the discotheque.
I give him the gist. It's just bombing. And hit him with a critical list. Sick phonics. The rhythm is a mistress. Sipping hypnotic. She bit him in a twisted fit. His lips throbbing. Like a masochist. With symphonics. Gorillas in the mist. And kid. With King Kong in. Dealing with the masters. Tripping. Get slaughtered. Admitted that I'm calling it sick like Matt Frost. Yeah, I can cool it the miserable click. The shit's on this. Switch system syllable quick. It's spit flawless. Pivot on the slithering victims. Thick ballin'. Dismissing ridicule pricks and just honest. Strips in the centerfold's lips and drip on it. The shift with incredible lips. Like tectonics. Sipping on the griddle. Get hip. The Tim Ball is. It's plain and simple and bet you can't call it. Infinite. Riddles on this. And Geek Cosmic. Ripping through the middle of cliffs. And Chris Garmin's wiggle into mingle with chicks. Who get brawless. Jiggle for a video clip. Then just pause it. Listen, you can never get bit. We're too conscious. Taking some subliminal shit. Like seances. Get yourself some kibbles and bits. Your bitch chances. We're doing this for giggles and shits. And it's progress.
Rock the discotheque. Timbuktu. Rock the discotheque. Rock the discotheque. Timbuktu. Rock the discotheque. Ghettosocks. Rock the discotheque. Halifax. Rock the discotheque. True shit.
I guess you guys aren't ready for that yet. But you kids are gonna love it. Yeah, let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's go. Come on, man. It's time to leave.
Like,
I'll be right back. Come on.
Alright, so that was Prom, Rock the Discotheque remix. Before that we had So Hot, So Fresh featuring Jorun Bombay. And So Fresh. So Fresh. And Say to C was on it. And before that was Kill Lincoln featuring Decisive.
Sorry, who was that?
Say to C.
Nice. No hesitation, bro.
No hesitation.
What?
And Jorun Bombay.
What?
Yeah. Man, that last track with using Marty McFly on it. That was great.
Anything that's got Marty McFly on it has to be good.
And the beat there too, and using like little samples of classic cuts. That is the first track that is guaranteed going in my top 3.
Totally.
No question.
Totally. They had a bunch of stuff in there. I remember recognizing a few samples in there. All which escape me right now.
That track, I feel so far, I mean, we've only made it through 11 songs, but that track is the best on the album. In my mind at least, and here's why. Is because, just you wait. It's because it pays homage to what they're going for, like these throwback classics. It has little samples from it here and there, but it's its own track, and it's kind of doing its own thing. And I mean, you know, it's a fast kind of little track, and it has a little back and forth on it. But it's not stuck so much in the 90s, or in the 90s feel that the whole album's going for. It brings enough new stuff to the table that it keeps you entertained. And I found a big problem with a whole bunch of the other tracks on here is that it's trying to be so much of a 90s throwback album that it's getting caught up in being a 90s throwback album. In that, like, yeah, that's what it is, but, you know, we've heard this 100 times before because we've lived through the 90s and heard hip hop albums like this. And I found on a couple tracks that's been almost holding it back.
Hindered them. You're saying here it's they still get that feel, but yeah, they've allowed to push the envelope a little.
Yeah. The whole album's a concept. Like from what it seems like, the whole album is a big concept album going back to 90s hip hop, right?
Yeah.
But in trying to mimic that so closely, it's no longer paying homage to it, and it's just kind of becoming a 90s hip hop album, which is fine, except that you need to be something more than that. You need to be a standout 90s hip hop album.
Mm-hmm.
And by trying to follow so close to the formula, it's been like not every track, but there's been several tracks on here. The one with Elvis Sensei comes to mind, where it's just like, yeah, that was good. That was a competent track, but I wouldn't listen to it again.
Yeah.
There's been a few really good ones, like Homework, Wake Up, Prom, but there's been a lot that have been stuck kind of back in that have been too caught up in what they're trying to do with being, classic hip-hop tracks. And I hate to say anything bad about these guys, because I love both these guys' albums. But I have found that problem here and there through this album.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I hear what you're saying.
I mean, we're only halfway through,
that's
and
right.
we can see what else is here. To be totally fair, the first time we listened to Grand Analog's first album, we didn't like the second half. But then going back, loved it.
Yeah, totally. Really interesting.
So keep in mind, first listen, first time we've ever heard any of these songs. But
let's see what happens here. Let's keep it going with the Party Scramble.
Party Scramble?
I almost said Sardi. No,
Scrabble Party?
No, Sardi Pramble.
Scrammy Parble.
But
Scrabble Parties. This is Team Blogger.
We're here. Let's hurry up and do this.
Crazy man, you want to end up like that guy? Not me, I need my nuts.
Well, we need this liquor. I mean, come on, I just don't see a problem here. Let's just do it.
We're leaving, okay? These guys could kill us, man. You want to get killed for liquor?
No, but I would get killed for pussy. No questions asked.
House party at the mansion. We the protagonists arriving advancing. Marvel at how fat it is. We'll be drinking for free if it's unanimous. So we look around for the keys to liquor cabinets. Search the countertop, popping chip packages. Quick, we gotta get to the stash before these savages. Yeah, we in the spot, so give me those props. Move, I gotta take a leak before my Jimmy goes pop. Much better, not a Jimmy this lock. Just a matter of time till I'm sipping that schnapps. Keys was on the shelf at the Tibbity top. In the glass change jar till the piggy got dropped. Here we go. I watch the keys skitter in the cross, the linoleum. No one even noticed party goers. Keep it going dim, tracking it like radar. Chord like accordions, just about to pounce. Floor slick like petroleum. I slipped, missed it, crawling on the floor. And then I saw somebody kick them shits down the corridor when I dove head first like Indiana Jones, sliding straight towards Shorty, looking pretty in her clothes. Stopped with my face just inches from a toe. Snatched the key, popped up, peeped the titties, and I froze. Just for a second, clicked the key into the hole. The libations were liberated. Give me the Patron. Psych. Pass the vodka around and water it down while I amaze and astound like a carnival clown. I'm a polite guest, so be a gracious host. Your folks don't need to know we've been raising a toast. If you need a scapegoat, just blame your sister. Quick, let's challenge these chicks to a game of Twister. No doubt, Tim Buck, you know I got the balls too. But I'ma stretch first, then we'll see how these broads do. Jam me up my hammy, please, son, that'll not do. So go ahead, ladies, spin that, it's on you. They got low under my wingspan like pontoons. One girl said, Tim, pass me the balls blue. Was it really that obvious? I wanted to maul you. Acknowledging the frolic and they got my balls blue. You meant the beverage, whatever, it's all cool. Put my hammer away, still pumping up the volume. So when I looked out the window, it's all through a minivan pulling up. Fuck it, we all screwed. Nah, dude, relax, just follow me now. Down that, ladies, meet us at the back of the house. You think the kid will mind if we borrow these towels? What for? To smuggle all these bottles downtown. Oh shit, the parents, we should probably bounce. Kill the music, Joe Run, yo, we gotta be out.
Time to scramble.
Alright, so that's Party Scramble. And while we were listening to that track, Woody brought up a different point to refute what I was talking about before.
Yeah, I didn't know how to comment right away on how you were saying, they're doing a throwback album, but they need to bring kind of something new to it. And I think on a lot of the tracks they have been, they're not like following like a 90s formula. Like, I mean, yeah, if you look for it, yeah, there's definitely some elements. Like in that last song there, there were some horn stabs, and even when the MC cut out and you had, the DJ just
Well, having
for
said
a couple,
that last track was really dope. I like that.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was really good, but it's definitely had a '90s throwback feel to it. Old school feel.
It did.
But I feel, just a lot of the sounds, a lot of what they're rhyming about, and just kind of like the samples, like their sound in particular, like Jorun's sound is on the beat side of it, is kind of more vintage, or like more vintage is the word, more today, or as opposed to the '90s. Like, yeah, there are elements of '90s in there, and it definitely kind of does follow some. Formula is not the right word, but it does have some of that ingredients, if you want to put it.
Yeah.
But I think that they are developing the sound, and they're bringing sort of a fresh new perspective to it.
On a lot of the tracks, I'll agree with you for that. But there are a few, like I was going to say, Chemistry ain't tripping.
Totally.
Where it was just like, these are good, but
well, even there on Chemistry too, when you listen to it, it definitely had that was another one that had a horn stab on it. Just every 8 bars, or
it did.
4 bars, or whatever it was. But at the same time, they also had this kind of like grungy kind of like guitar underneath it too, which you wouldn't normally hear. So it did, like, I hear what you're saying, where they're doing a bit of both. And I'm not saying Chemistry was one of my standout songs either, because I actually didn't really enjoy it.
Yeah.
But they are, again, they're on that song that they're showing you that you can kind of retweak the '90s formula and bring sort of like I don't know,
bring a fresh perspective to it.
Yeah, but just kind of bring an updated perspective.
Yeah. I see what you're saying, but I don't know. Some of the tracks I feel fall flat. Although the last 2 have been really good, and the one before that was really So Hot So Fresh was really dope until Side of C came out. And it wasn't her fault. It was the beat was too slow at that point.
Yeah. Well, she's on another song, isn't she?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting
because I don't want to diss or anything. I really want to hear.
Totally. And it's hard for female vocal, well, not just female, but vocal MCs that just come in on the chorus and just sing a hook, right? Because you only get that little time period, or that little window to see what they can do. And if they're only on one track, it can be really tough for them, to really come. So it will be interesting to see her the second time around.
Well, that's in a few tracks. Let's get on to Lost Boys here, and then see how the rest of the album keeps going.
Hey, you guys!
Raps.
Rest in peace.
Midsummer night waves crashing on the shores, rock strolling on the midway. Laughter from the boardwalk, we brought the booze bottles, we rocked the Casbah. A couple of broad candid shots from the camera. Mannequins walking in the carnival dance. Shadows leap out of the darkness, echo and answer. Underneath the dock with our feet in the sand, I managed to make it to laugh, now she's taking my hand.
And to think she's got a man, that's damn ironic. My chick stood by the rail, I put my hand upon it and carved our names in the wood with romantic monikers. Had Dartmouth feeling like Santa Monica. Cool breeze, catching the vibe in blue trees to the sound of fair rides and the smell of poutine. Too sly, spitting my lines like smooth beat to a T. Double E N to boobies.
Lost boys, talk about missing kids. Teenburger, catch wreck as soon as the sun sets. Lost.
And I know I'm nice like that.
Lost boys, talk about missing kids. Teenburger, catch wreck as soon as the sun sets. Lost.
And I know I'm nice like that.
Let's hit the beach party, son, and keep it bubbling. Got a niche for trouble like I'm Kiefer Sutherland. When the screeches guzzle, then my t-shirts fluttering. Start blowing on the stacks with the people loving it, yeah. Capella rocks, the bonfire's hella hot. From acid wash jeans to the neon yellow top. 6-pack of Wildcat, fly rack, jello shots. Put your fists up if you still believe in ghetto
It's not
shots.
beach play Renaissance. Set it off a cassette decks like Pat Benatar. Underneath the stars, mini skirts and polka dots. Sipping stolen schnapps, popping like I'm Robocop. Yeah, you gotta know what golden moments are. By the firelight, the nightlife seems to blow apart. Couples start to depart, kinda like Noah's Ark. 2 by 2, linking their arms, slipping into the lost boys. Talk about missing kids. Teenburger, catch wreck as soon as the sun sets. Lost.
You know, and I know I'm nice like that.
Lost boys, talk about missing kids. Teenburger, catch wreck as soon as the sun sets. Lost.
You know, and I know I'm nice like that.
Lost boys, talk about missing kids. Teenburger, catch wreck as soon as the sun sets. Lost.
You know, and I know I'm nice like that.
Lost boys, talk about missing kids. Teenburger, catch wreck as soon as the sun sets. Lost.
You know, and I know I'm nice like that.
Dynamic trio, Teenburger with their hit from 1973 as we kick off the entire weekend of non-stop classic.
For Tim Buck, who started as a monster, locked up in the tool shed. It's never a problem to bring it to imposters, bitches like Kevin Costner, thinking that they're gods while they're sinking underwater. I drop bombs in this hip-hop opera, broadcasting live from a ship that's haunted. Been mad long since they picked rap rosters, and the impact on the youth ain't been that proper. Chandeliers in the candelabra while I'm standing here eating empanadas like a Langolier, and I get damn erotic like an out of context quote from Mr. Rogers. Ain't a contest though. I miss the Dodgers. Jorun pimps the flow and uplifts the project. Not logical like a flying saucer that stops to drop crop circle shit. Why bother? For G-Socks, who started as a creature, speaking to himself each evening under bleachers, creeped the cheerleaders and freaked out the teachers. Physique reeked the bleach, drank a liter out of beaker. Chip and pepper crew neck, something on the sneakers. Midnight meetings in the woods with the beavers. Long distance calls while the phone's on receiver, with M. Night Shyamalan blowing up his beeper. Lurk through the mist during lunar eclipse with some purple balloons for alluring the kids. Unwholesome action like a clergyman kiss. You'll awaken confused in the murky abyss. What kind of person does this? Are you allergic to fish? I hope not. Rope knots hurting your wrist. For certain is this Teenburger is sick, plus 3 times written in cursive is 6.
So, now you know what we are. Now you know what you are. Tried to make you immortal.
You tried to make me a killer!
We drinking blood in here. The rain's diabolical, the ones you fear. Fear you fear. We drinking blood this year. Coming for the ones who you love so dear. Love so dear. Drinking blood in here. The rain's diabolical, the ones you fear. Fear you fear. We drinking blood this year. Coming for the ones who you love so dear. Love so dear.
Tried to make you immortal.
You tried to make me a killer! Now you got it!
What's wrong with you, man?
I want to give you a reminder. You've woken up because the dream was too intense. But you may not be wide awake. You might just be groggy awake. And go back to sleep. If you're having an upsetting dream, always try to remember to do this.
Alright, so that was Halloween special, and before that was Lost Boys.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say that Halloween special was really dope. It sounds like it could go on with one of the DJ P's Hell on Wheels albums. You heard those?
No, I don't.
DJ P was a dude that worked with DJ Z Trip for a time. They made the album.
Oh yeah.
They were kind of both the originators of mashups.
Mm-hmm.
Before that was like really played out. And yeah, so anyway, like it would fit with kind of tracks like the Arsonist or My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me or what else? Sorry, the Arsonist I think the track was called Fire. I can't remember. It might have just been called Halloween. So yeah, it would totally fit with those. Or with Hey by MF Doom. Anyway, listen to Hell on Wheels by DJ P. You'll like it. You'll like it. He has 2 volumes of it, and they're both amazing. And before that, we had Lost Boys. What do you think of that one?
Yeah, Lost Boys was all right. I thought it was. I enjoyed the beat on it, especially. In fact, a lot of these beats I've really been enjoying. I said it earlier. I think after the second track. I've never heard any of these Joe Run beats before. I kind of heard a little bit about the guy, but so far I'm really enjoying it. And one of the things that we brought up earlier was how he remakes hip hop songs that don't have instrumentals, and he makes them so well done that you can't even tell that someone's actually gone out and redid the whole thing.
Yeah.
And that's really showing here with what he's doing on the beats, and it really shows his style. And I think maybe I don't know if they picked him specifically because of that. Because I know a lot of the stuff that he's done in the past or remade has been old school '90s, like the LL Cool J track and whatnot. So I'm wondering if they kind of went to him or kind of like knew that he was good at kind of like this '90s vibe. Or like this old school kind of vibe and remaking a sound. Do you know what I mean?
I almost wonder if it wasn't they like if they're just like, hey, let's all work together, and then they're like, you know what, we need to make a '90s thing. Like I feel like they would know that the kind of beats he makes. Like this is the first exposure I've had to Joe.
Yeah.
But I feel that they would know instantly what kind of music he makes if they're going to start an album with him.
Totally. And I mean, it'd be a neat question, if we actually had him here to ask them that, because it would it'd be interesting to see if they went out and got him because Ghettosocks and Timbuktu had this idea, or if they just kind of all came together and then out of it, as they started working together, realized this is the way to go.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a cool story there.
It would be interesting to find out. We'll have to ask that next time we talk to him.
But what's interesting? Halloween special. I mean, you really enjoyed it.
You like it?
I thought it was all right.
Really?
It didn't really catch me by surprise. It didn't really. The only thing I will say about it is kind of going back to the thing we were talking about before. I think this track follows a lot like the theme where the other one, where they still got a '90s theme to it, but they bring something new to the table or something like sort of more updated.
Yeah.
I definitely felt that in their sound and the delivery and everything. But ultimately, for me, this beat wasn't really, this track wasn't doing too much for me. Yeah.
I felt that. Well, I mean, I've heard a lot of Halloween songs that have just been, awful. And as far as Halloween tracks go, it's like, let's make a song for Halloween. There's a few out there here and there, but lots of them don't really stand up. There was, just last year, Buck 65 released Zombie Delight, and it was cool. It was really good for the time. It was a good listen. I gave it a couple spins.
Yeah.
And I might give it a couple spins next year for Halloween, but I'd only give it play because it's a Halloween song.
Yeah, totally.
And I love Buck 65, but I love Buck 65, except for Honky Tonk and Blues. But his other albums are pretty dope. But I don't know. Like it was an okay track. But this one I feel like I give play almost despite it being a Halloween track. I would play this track like October 1st rolls around, I'm playing it, and then I'm playing it until November 15th. You know what I mean?
You're getting excited for Halloween.
Yeah. Exactly. It's not. It didn't seem gimmicky. It just kind of had a cool little sound to it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was definitely different, and I think that's what I was talking about with kind of that more, new sound to it. But I don't know, for whatever reason, just out of all the other songs we've heard, this one wasn't really as good.
Oh, that's fair.
Yep, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
So let's keep going. We got So Hungover here, and I'm really excited about this next track because it's featuring one of the greatest actors of all time.
Sure it's featuring. It's not just part of the album or
Nope.
the title.
No, he's featured. I'm sure they talked to him.
Cool. You want to give away?
We got Sean Connery coming up here on this next one.
So hungover, and then in brackets, Sean, I'm sure you can see this right now on your screen. Sean Connery.
Yeah, but speaking of Sean Connery, I must ask you a question, Sean.
Yeah.
But I'm shaving it for later.
Oh, okay.
The Accent Show raps.
Just eat that cereal and lay your whole body across the table. What time did you get in last night?
Midnight.
I'm glad you're still telling me the truth.
Yo, it's daybreak, I'm belly aching for some H2O while I'm being stared awake by this 8-year-old. Pizza box, empty cases, the taste is gross. Curtis, no way, we were up late, you told. I know that he's your baby bro, but I'll break his nose if he doesn't stop knocking on my face with those. Mini hockey sticks, rockin' jammies laced with holes. Wake us up so we can sit and watch his favorite shows. Oh, like Ewoks, Fraggle Rock, or G.I. Joe? Nah, Smurf, don't look at me, I know. Jesus Christ, I'm hungover, son, I need my toast. Let's hit the kitchen. Oh, great, we get to see my folks. Drag my ass off the couch, sleeping in these clothes. Cheerios underfoot, mom's hitting the stove. Good morning, Miss Clay, remember meeting before? Meanwhile, I'm trying to picture underneath of that robe. Yo, I can tell she disapproved, but she leave it alone. The two of us smell like a brewery and reeking of smoke. Where's Mr. Clay today, spending the weekend in Rome? I gotta say, that's a shame for him to leave you at home. So hungover, so what sober, so Sean Connery, Red October, so well hung, so honey come over.
Eat your eggs before I break your legs.
So hungover, so what sober, so Sean Connery, Red October, so well hung, so honey come over. On the couch slouched over my boner. Yo, how's about we bounce? I'm down to eat some food. Out the house, past my brother watching these cartoons. Yeah, you lucky Curtis, next time don't be so rude, or you might catch a wedgie that'll leave you bruised. So we hopped on our bikes down the streets, we cruised on avenues through traffic lights to the greasy spoon. Tossed the whips in the shrubs and grabbed a seat for two at a booth with this OMG heat kaboom. Got the grease that we needed, now we be refueled. Yo, be cool, Tim, there's that chick we peeped from school. Oh, she's unbelievable, so mind your P's and Q's. Saw her in the bathing suit and couldn't leave the pool. I think my Peter even tried to sneak a peekaboo. A mind scrambler, now my hammer's speaking too. Alright, shake it off, look, we didn't be confused. Get your quarters and get focused like Bruce Lee would do. Good point, Stilts, let's pay and leave this booth and hit the arcade to play until we need the puke. So we can be reclusive, be dweebs to boot, and be a nuisance. We believe in leisurely pursuits. So hungover, somewhat sober. So Connery, Red October. So honey, come over.
Eat your eggs before I break your legs.
So hungover, somewhat sober. So Connery, Red October. So honey, come over. On the couch slouched over my boner.
Video game guys were so cool, like in the early 80s, and if you were good at a video game, you could have everything. It takes amazing hand and eye coordination and memory skills to be able to learn how to beat these games, like Donkey Kong and stuff.
I wanted the glory, I wanted the fame, I wanted the pretty girls come back and say, hi, I see that you're good at Centipede.
Step in the arcade, in Old West Saloon. Everybody in the place stop to see what we doing. We got Coleco, Vision, and we leaving them ruined. We prove that we the coolest super, you like Alfred and we got $3 and quarters to keep us in order. We in like Flynn when the teens rush controllers. Cheat codes of Steezo, we keep cutting corners. Smoke makes for a unique bunch of odors. Fuck all these beginners and these pinball wizards. Hold the Guinness World Record for the nimblest fingers with mental fitness prerequisites. Bring on the ringers, we're putting high scores in deficit, the definite winners. In the intense lights with my teeth clenched tight, a roundhouse on my heel made his grill take flight. Then I walked away when I rocked his face, left him looking like he kissed helicopter blades. So he's dead, but the terror mask brought me back. I transformed, swinging bats, making monsters mash. I'm a very bad man, rocking hockey masks, and every level that I pass will make these monsters mad. I aim and shoot through berserk robots in a maze to escape to the earth. Bullets ricochet
straight to the dirt while the cyborg's afraid cause I'm way too alert.
Yeah, side scroll, shoot 'em up. Who protect the universe? The R9 Arrowhead. Humans getting suited up. Power boost, maneuver with a smoother touch. Interrupt me, dude, and there's no telling what they'll do to us.
2 reincarnations left as the stars blaze ahead. Breathing hard, left the Mars station. Wrecked ammo, Alec Gallagher to char. Alien flesh with dual laser cannons and a bar bayonet.
I'm the Mac toys, hide in the back. Now here's a factoid. Earth's coming under attack. Incoming asteroid. Last flight is us in half to clear the black void. Deep in space, you can hear me laugh, but that's the last
They sent
note.
those photos to spying nations. Notice the violation. Missiles fly authorized out from those higher states. Locked on. It's the ozone. They'll find a grave in the last line of defense. Total
When
annihilation.
it comes to Atari, I'm Mr. Damn Gnarly. Blistered hands gripping your sister's damn Barbie. Equipped with RAM, this kid commands armies. I'm representing Earth handpicked by Centauri.
My rules are operational. Check the platoon sport. You step in, here's a weapon. You'll get smoked like a Newport. Damn, where's my quarters? Could've sworn I had 2 more.
I'm out of coins too.
Cool, let's hit the food court.
Cookie stand is not part of the food court. Of course it is. Food court is downstairs. The cookie stand is upstairs. It's not like we're talking quantum physics here. Anything outside of said designated square is considered an autonomous unit for mid-mall snacking.
Here it comes, man.
All the action's on the other side of the mall.
Look, I'm trying to find out where more booty is with an orange Julius. Son, I'm more dubious. And I don't give a fuck what your duty is. Food's where the beauty is. Lose a cutie, swoon for a chewy trip.
It's the nucleus in the mall. We getting stupid kids. Rumor is you're junior, truly new to this. We've been doing this. Numerous trips to movie flicks. Moving chicks in and out of the blues with Cupid hits.
Yeah, Teenburger. Word. We the dopest too. Ropey boobs. Choke up my note to school. We never shook library books overdue. Starts a rockin' Taco Bell gets me loco, dude.
We've been getting food and getting social too. We've been known to show and prove at the yogi fruit. Yo, this isn't A&W, so don't confuse. We making trouble in the huddle with the open booze.
Yeah, shorty said, damn you hot. Cause I push a vocab like a janitor will handle mops. For example, so extravagant my pants will drop. I get respect from the vandals plus your grandma's props.
Yo, we setting up shop at the mansion walk. My social status is the baddest, knock your sandals off. Watching high school chicks pass with brands they bought. The situation's getting hairy like my man Chewbacca.
And I dig on this.
Food court, I'll be there. Who knows what we'll share?
And I dig on this.
Food court is all that I gotta do more. So fall back.
You gotta wear shirts in the arcade. We learn the hard way. Food bar security guards, they're coming our way. Quick, tip the car. Slip the tackle, no car chase. Then celebrate hard with the peanut butter parfait.
And you can get the D2 like RJ. Eat a raw egg, can't play the guitar, but my bars weigh heavy as Roseanne Barr, gnawing a raw steak. Appalling your mom's face while I'm on your prom date.
Food court's not just about carpet snacks. It's the action popping off at the coffee shack. Hacky sack with the hippies or the cocky cats. Smoking in the men's room while cops copy that.
Yeah, I read these dumb fucks like a Nazi tat. Ghettosocks, new era, no it's not the gap. If I come back tomorrow, probably copycat, but that's just before the tour like Velociraptor.
Yeah, rum in the Slurpee, got drunk covertly. 100 to 1, no one can come and usurp me. Yo, fuck the dumb, I'm becoming berserk. Seems like every time I'm under the mall, it's an emergency.
No hyperbole, I'm verbally hyper on. Burgundy occurred to me, I'm certainly hyper on certain beats. Searching for the perfect team. Try looking where the escalators converge, the crew where the burgers be.
Food court, I'll be there. Who knows what we'll share? Food court is all that I gotta do more. So fall back, yeah. Meet me at the food court.
All the action's on the other side of the mall.
Would you like fries, Dad? Yeah.
That's beautiful.
All right, we're back.
Yeah, that was Food Court, and
having an in-depth conversation about beers.
That's right.
While we're listening, and yeah, I'm digging the Tank House personally. But anyways,
wait,
so
what kind?
the only kind, Tank House Ale.
What about the Tank House Porter?
There's no such thing, man. It's Mill Street Porter.
Look it up, bro.
Yeah, you look it up.
All right, so that was Food Court featuring
Seda C.
Seda. And again, you know, like they had her on that track a little bit before.
I like to hear more here. be honest.
I think her voice kind of fit in a little bit more, and we got to kind of hear a little bit of what she could do.
Honestly, it sounds so simple, and I'm going to sound like a simpleton for this, but I think it was just because the BPMs were higher. I honestly think that it was just too slow on the other song, and it was like, alright, this is kind of trotting along, and this one was just like, yep, alright, I get it now. I mean, there's a lot more to what she's doing. She's, she has talent, but I think the thing that detracted me from the other one that didn't from this was that it was just too slow. And this one was like, okay, yep, she's good. She can do her thing, and she sounds good. And everybody else on the whole thing, it was good effort. It sounded great. So yeah,
I'll agree with you on that.
As this album goes onwards, I'm liking it more and more, and I'm wondering if it's not because they top loaded it with a whole bunch, like not a whole bunch, but they top loaded with a few remixes. Like they had the Ancient remix, the New Science remix, and then skits. They had 2 skits there.
2.
Yeah, and the intro too. So the first half of the album had 5 tracks there out of 10 that were just like 3 were skits, and then 2 were remixes that were not necessarily made for this project originally.
Yeah, okay.
And I think the purpose-built tracks seem to have a bit. I don't know. They seem to be going a bit better.
Yeah, well, I think especially kind of after you made that first comment about how you wanted it. It's like a 90s throwback, but on the one track, it was Prom where they kind of brought their own thing to it.
Well, Prom is actually Rock the Discotheque remix, and I don't know what Rock the Discotheque is originally, so that might also be remixed. So I might be just reading way too much into this. I might just... It could be a simple fact of just, there's been songs I liked on the second half, and songs I didn't like on the first half.
Well, what I was going to say was I find on the second half, it seems more like they're kind of doing their like their sound, and I think that's why you're liking it a lot more.
Yeah, it sounds like they've kind of gotten further away from trying to do 90s.
Yeah, not doing the whole recipe, but just kind of maybe taking like some
little
horn
bits
stabs
here
over here. Or a next song, let's take some some DJ cuts from over there, or whatever it might be. Yeah, totally, and I think it's really working for them. I feel like I'm in like an English teacher reading in too much into like a book or an album. But I'm wondering if maybe the start of the album was supposed to be like a really hardcore throwback, and as it goes, it kind of progresses. Like the album progresses because you can kind of see that.
Yeah, it's moving forward in time.
Yeah. I mean, when you put it that way, I kind of sound like an English teacher. I feel like I'm diving.
You can never sound too much like an English teacher coming from an English grad.
Hate it. Those English teachers.
What does the
author mean when he wrote this? It's
yeah. Why are the curtains blue?
But it'd be interesting because I mean at least I've noticed that in the music, and I think maybe if you didn't notice it, you do now. But I think you've enjoyed the tracks more so as they progressed.
Yeah.
And
I definitely have.
I want to buy.
As it's been going on, there's been it's been kind of grabbing my attention more and more.
Yeah, totally. It's been quite nice.
Yeah. Another thing about the album that kind of reminds me of 90s. I mean, there's a bunch of albums out there that do this nowadays, but especially back in the 90s when you'd have hip hop albums, you'd have them be 20 songs long, 25 songs long.
Yeah.
And this album's 20 songs long, and I favor the practice these days where it's like we're gonna make a 13-song album, we're gonna make a 15-song album, but they're all gonna be dope tracks. And this album's had a few tracks where it's just like, that was good.
Yeah.
You put in good effort, you made the song really well, but at the end of the day, it didn't. Yeah, it didn't attract me enough. It should have been for the hardcore fans to download as a B-side.
Yeah, well, and like you just said, I mean, there's 5 tracks just in the opening 10 or 11 that are either skits and or remixes.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of goes along with helps them get to 20 tracks as well.
Yeah, I mean it's always cool to make remixes and stuff. I mean there's some tracks that I love and would love to hear remixes of on people's projects where it's like, you know what, I would really go for hearing guest MC on that, or I'd love to hear that with a different beat. But they're not always necessary, and the biggest thing about them is like if you throw on your album, that's part of your album now. Like Decisive just did last week. We reviewed his album, and he threw 2 bonus tracks in the end, and they fit really well. but they definitely had a sound that was kind of a little different from what the album was trying to do.
Yeah, for sure.
And luckily, I mean, it worked out. They were great tracks, but he can say they're bonus songs all he wants. They're part of that album.
Yeah.
And the same thing happens on albums like this, where it's like, you know, you can throw those on and just call them all the remix. They're just little bonus cut. And here, definitely they're not. I mean, they're interspersed right through it.
Totally.
So yeah, I don't know. I think we're picking apart these two because really there's only two remixes that we're really kind of not enjoying as much. And then one of the skits was hilarious, but the other two were like not as needed.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. I do like a lot of the tracks on this album. I feel like if they cut it down to a 15-track album, it would have been so much better.
Yeah, I kind of hear what you're saying.
Because I don't know. Nowadays you can download a single, you can download whatever. People's time is more and more precious with more and more stuff to listen to. I mean, I have 900 gigs of music. I'm never going to listen through it all.
Yeah, but I hate to discredit 20-song albums just on the fact that people got don't have enough time.
No, I hear you. Yeah,
yeah.
If you have 20 songs that are all good, like the Beatles' #1 album, which was a compilation of the #1s, but you know what I'm saying, right?
This
like,
guy. Not only did you pull out the Beatles, but you pulled out the #1.
Yeah.
Nice.
This guy.
Well,
right, we're listening to Teenburger. I had to do it.
Yeah, I know you did. Well, let's see here how they finished off the rest of the album. They only got 3 songs left.
They do.
And let's just go into it. What, Pop and Chips?
Pop and Chips.
Again, another remix. So let's see how that goes.
Let's see what happens. Let's see if our theory stands up.
Raps. Yeah.
At the place to be. Come on!
Lights down low, horns blowing, kicks just pound, get down to the ultimate. Everybody wants something like a zip. Remedy, better be not slacking, kids. With the steez MCs on audience. Here to stay, here to raise your consciousness. On the middle school vibe for the party kids. So I'll bring the pop and I'll bring the chips. Boom! Start with an onomatopoeia to wanna be on some after meet a party piece. I wanna be, you wanna run the streets, but just run your mouth. I'm doing the running man in the TV room near the couch. Left foot cross, right foot and spin and do the splits. Pull myself back up and grin. Other kids get excited and wanna try it. And they do it, then they slip and bust up the chin. Ow!
How you like me now? Let's set it with a sound word. Here's a haiku. Ow! Powerful impact from the cannon. We're standing outside a laser quest and I ran in.
Rap kids claim they'll change the game. It's all the same unless the meaning spin the bottle, or toggle the model. You think that you're required to follow. This kills the EP, you're gonna buy it tomorrow.
Ever since Pop and Chips has been my motto, that we're dominant, hominids and not a role model, an operative in this opera. Kids wanna choro, keep your camcorder, you can't capture Zorro. Mortal Kombat when I'm making contact on the stage, make a pickle say, bring it on back. Independent rap, the rhetoric, it's the etiquette to keep it cracking and decapitate a Benedict.
Lights down low, horns blowing, kicks just pound, get down to the ultimate. Everybody wants something like a zip. Remedy, better be not slacking, kids. With the steez MCs on audience. Here to stay, here to raise your consciousness.
On the middle school vibe for the party kids.
So I'll bring the pop and I'll bring the chips. I bust through like alleyway on the 80s game action tip. Now who gon' stop me? For pediatric kids, your reward is a lolly. After you get examined, reset the standard. The genre's at stake, you choose to act sloppy. Thanks for the break, that move just adds moxie to what we do. Bust a move, gut a two, gets a few of the crews enthused enough to clock.
Saturday afternoon, play Clue or just Monopoly. Move to posse got props and comic properly. Bagged and tagged them like a war veteran. And bet I crack a case better than the Edison twins, yeah.
Love the old school, but this is middle like straight A's. You get cut off like Ray Days. Placate the masses, that happens. Save face, make way for rappers that don't just make tapes.
I used to make beats on a boombox and watch the Thundercats way before the Boondocks. Couldn't moonwalk, but rock the robot and rep the Transformers, not the Go-Bots. Less kills, Tim Sock. We the nicest brothers. Life is in the cypher, making you sweat like hyper colors, keeping crowds moving with the clapping hands, and you know the party's on when we at the jam with the
lights down low, horns blowing, kicks just pound, get down to the ultimate. Everybody wants something like a zip. Remedy, better be not slacking, kids. With the steez MCs on audience. Here to stay, here to raise your consciousness.
On the middle school vibe for the party kids.
So I'll bring the pop and I'll bring the chips.
Get a drummer ass some more.
Give the drum some. Get a drummer ass some more. Give the drum some. Get a drummer ass some more. Give the drum some. Get a drummer ass some more. Come on, drummer. 1, 2, 3. You got it.
Give that drummer some more.
You got it.
Drummer ain't had none of it alone.
Mm-hmm.
So that remix kind of blows our whole remix theory out of the water.
Yeah, totally. That was really good.
Yeah, that's
that
going
was
in my
one of
top
the-
3.
Oh, totally, 100%.
And so that kind of ruins our whole theory of what's going on. So I think all it is there's a couple tracks to start that I didn't like, and I read too much into it.
Yeah.
It's the danger of doing a show where you've never listened to the album before.
Yeah, but that's what we do here on the Listening Party.
Yeah, it's the nature of our business.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed that one.
That was dope, man.
It had a nice little, really upbeat. It had a really good feel to it, and it really was simple. The bass line was really straightforward, and it had a few like little horn stabs here and there. That were real catchy.
You know, it was a really nice beat. That one and Prom, which is the Rock to Disco Attack remix, both really dope beats, nice and quick. I'm really digging Jorun's beats where he brings it up tempo, man.
Totally.
I'm really liking him.
Totally what his I think his style definitely goes with.
That's his forte.
And and
his Will Forte.
I don't get it.
Anyways, so we looked up at the break where all these remixes came from. The New Science remix was originally on Timbuktu's album. We had Rock the Discotheque remix, Prom, was originally on a Ghettosocks. And then Ain't Trippin' remix was from Eldest Sensei's album, and the Pop and Chips was from a More or Less album. So they've grabbed one from each of their own albums, and then one from other people's projects.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe they. I mean, they obviously know all these people, but I wonder if they did work on those projects, or if maybe Jorun did beats for those other projects.
I don't know.
More or less.
I can't tell you on Jorun, but I can tell you that Timbuk worked with Eldest Sensei on some tracks, and More or Less is part of the Backburner crew. So instantly, they're all in that.
Well, it's kind of cool because there seems to be many levels of the '90s on here, because you definitely got way back in the day you got people who collaborate with each other a lot more, I would find, or you and me are from the same town. I'm doing an album, boom, let's get down together.
Well, that's the thing about Backburners. They work with each other all the time, and this the scene that they're from, especially. I mean, Ghettosocks is from Toronto, but I have a feeling that he was from Halifax first. I can't guarantee that. I feel that he was from Halifax.
Yeah, Halifax and then moved to Toronto. Yeah, that's what I thought.
And Halifax to London and London scenes have been so deeply intertwined for years now that if you're from one of those towns and you have the right credentials, you're basically involved with the same set of 15 artists or so.
Yeah, totally.
And generally, you all make pretty good music too.
Well, yeah. Well, it's kind of cool here that they are shouting out their other people and giving representation to other people within their circle or from another city. Regardless, I don't know if there is that kind of bond and whatnot. But
it's interesting to see some of the guests on this album. Like they have More or Less on here. They have Decisive, who hasn't really been down with, he works at Backburner all the time, but he's not part of the Backburner crew.
Yeah.
He's with Urbnet instead, although there's a lot of crossover with Urbnet and Backburner. And then they got some people on here like DJ Irate, who I'm slipping up. I can't remember what his involvement is, but they have other people who aren't originally from those crews, and they bring in other little portions here, like him and this S02E02. It's like, all right, let's introduce a few new faces. Let's have a few old faces, and the three of them all have like enough history themselves.
Yeah, totally. It's nice. It's cool what they're doing, not only for themselves and their crew members, but for the other people as well. That they're either trying to promote, I guess.
Yeah. All right, we got 2 tracks left. You want to do it? We'll go through the next 2. We'll pick our top 3. This is Teenburger!
Let's do it! Summer Jobs. Featuring Jorun.
What is the last job you had? I don't know. Grinding on the J.O.B. I remember the first job I ever had to go out and get. Grinding on the J.O.B.
A job. Okay. So I'm here, right? Reading through the classifieds with no luck. Trying to find a job just to pacify the grown-ups. Got caught robbing parking meters so much they called me Cool Hand Luke. Like classified with no gloves. Yeah, no going on the grad trip to Kokomo, but I really wonder if I qualify for Pogey dough. Holy smokes, I'm living off pierogies, bro. At least I don't gotta wash dishes at the Pogue for dough. Nope, so it's back to the want ads, cause I ain't trying to go back to my mom's pad. And until Russell faxes me the contract, my bills will keep growing like my skill at Mortal Kombat. MK2, the level with the portals, all that. Toasty man pops, press down and hit start fast. Do it right, get the battle smoke, he's not bad, huh? Wonder if the job bank will call back.
Grinding on the J.O.B.
ain't so sweet.
When bills stack up, you gotta pay those fees.
So I'm grinding on the J.O.B.
Same old speech.
Pops walk 30 miles, rain or sleet.
You're grinding on the J.O.B.
803.
Bars pissed off, you were late all week. Now I'm
grinding on the J.O.B.
They owe me
more than what's shown on the payroll sheets. Man, everybody knows that I'm a lazy dude, incapable of making moves, and I'm a flake at school. So when the summer come around, I plays it cool. Wanna lay with Lazy Susan, maybe Daisy Duke, yeah. But this year I'm singing the vacation blues, cause my parents weren't caring, yo, they made me choose. They said, boy, get a job, we won't pay for shoes. Do like the neighbors do, improve, you're not a waste of spoon. Yeah. Wasn't appetized by ads up in the classifieds, mopping up at peep shows, flipping burgers, zapping fries, stocking shelves at the video store. Must admit I never felt like an idiot more. All my friends were playing stickball, summer sun and sitcoms. Didn't need the trip, they didn't hit the pitfalls. Wish that I could pick a career to fit my disc off. Spit the proper shit in your ear and I get pissed off.
Grinding on the J.O.B.
ain't so sweet.
When bills stack up, you gotta pay those fees. So I'm
grinding on the J.O.B.
Same old speech.
Pops walk 30 miles, rain or sleet.
You're grinding on the J.O.B.
803.
Bars pissed off, you were late all week. Now I'm
grinding on the J.O.B.
They owe me
more than what's shown on the payroll sheets.
Yo, I think I got it right here. Check this out. Right on page 3. I think we got the job for you guys. Let me know what you guys think of this one. Now hiring a male MC with mic skills, reliable enough to pay his own bills, trustworthy, preferably over 30, with a mind state that is solid and sturdy, who's been around the block a few times and then some, spit bars richer than Trump's income, able to set the standard or raise the bar, higher than it already is to be a star, must know the art of the SB12, must be able to think for himself without his significant other interfering. Leave Yoko Ono at home, we ain't hearing those unorganized minds that resemble a big pen. No thugs allowed, only serious businessmen. Dishonest hustlers need not apply. Serious inquiries only, must be fly with the hip-hop IQ that's higher than normal. We start hiring a week from tomorrow. Willing to work as a weekend rapper. Nothing would make this employer's face happier. Apply within and bring your own resume. Talk to my secretary, her name's Desiree. She will answer your questions and concerns until we further negotiate the terms.
Grinding on the J.O.B.
ain't so sweet.
When bills stack up, you gotta pay those fees. So I'm
grinding on the J.O.B.
Same old speech.
Pops walk 30 miles, rain or sleet.
You're grinding on the J.O.B.
803.
Bars pissed off, you were late all week. Now I'm
grinding on the J.O.B.
They owe me
more than what's shown on the payroll sheets.
So you decided to be a bum. They got a name for that. It's called a bum. And without a job, a residence, or legal tender, that's what you're gonna be, man. You're gonna be a fucking bum.
Well, yeah. I was sitting there eating my muffin and drinking my coffee when I had what alcoholics refer to as a moment of clarity.
Pass me a bottle, fuck the color of the glass, cause I can paint the wonder of the summer with my raps. With a sipping lemonade and just puffing on the grass, you'll be laughing so much that it'll toughen up your ab. Matt Broderick was a novelist, cause I've been skipping school with the crew since way before Reagan was in office. Today we getting paid and it's honest, which says a whole lot, cause in the 80s they had better economics.
When the weather's like this, it ain't hard to choose. Rather kick it with the crew, cracking barley brews in backyards and front stoops. It starts with you, so break out that barbecue that you hardly use. Working hard's cool, but we in the party mood. Bar stools or parked cars at parks and schools, getting spaced out like Martians is our pursuit. While the sun turns to dark and the stars let loose.
Now we go to the hotel, cool out. I got the limousine outside, got girls, I got the champagne. We gonna have some fun and work it out.
Yo.
Word.
Ghettosocks and stash, the flyest ones to come, bringing science the roller rink and liven up your tongue. We gon' keep it dirty like Osiris would've done. And Teenburger don't mean Miley Cyrus on a bun. Nope. Joe runs beats, replicate the sun's heat. You might catch a sunburn if you think they come cheap. And if you don't agree, well then you can go to sleep. Where there's no lonely times there, homie, just dream.
Now the days are longer, sun chase away the snow, put away the winter coats, interlopers getting super soaked up from your cubicle, son. Summer's beautiful, smoke and the musical thump, even in utero. Hot and it's humid, Timbuktu be numero uno and blue block these fools
when it's suitable.
Get props as usual, then cop, but you know, no it's not Aruba, though it's hot, the music goes. Under the sun, under the sun.
We just chilling out, having a time.
When I'm drunk,
Under the sun, under the sun.
You get yours, I'ma go for
when
mine.
I'm drunk,
Under the sun, under the sun.
Spend time catching up with the crew.
when I'm drunk,
Under the sun, under the sun.
Getting up there, pass me a brew.
when I'm drunk,
Under the sun, under the sun.
We just chilling out, having a
when
time.
I'm drunk,
Under the sun, under the sun.
Get yours, I'ma go for mine. We getting drunk in here. Shorty don't front, just chug this beer.
Just chug this beer.
Getting drunk this year. Don't get it wrong, yo, the love is clear.
Oh, the love is clear.
Getting drunk in here. Shorty don't front, just chug this beer.
Just chug this beer.
Getting drunk this year. Don't get it wrong, yo, the love is clear.
Oh, the love is clear.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Fuck my balls.
And that's the
That's right. That is a Teenburger.
You're not gonna do good ones, man. I know you want to do it.
Nope. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, fine then.
So that last song there was "Drunk in the Sun,"
Yeah.
and I thought that was a pretty good song, man.
That was not bad.
I really did enjoy it. Really nice mellow. I thought it was a nice way to end the album, actually.
Yeah.
And, you know, they kind of, especially with the last, Pop and Chip and Food Court as well.
You know what? It had another little
really
sample in
up-tempo.
there. It had another little sample in there at the end.
Sorry, "Drunk in the Sun"?
Yeah. Just
yeah.
a little vocal sample from it was
Ferris-
some show.
Ferris
was it,
Bueller.
Was it? Okay.
Definitely.
And I really gotta wonder, because those are on every Timbuk album. I really gotta wonder what his library is of just random quotes and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
To see that guy's library would be like, oh, okay. Like, to have, just be able to see all the samples.
I remember.
Peek behind the curtain.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be so cool. I mean, especially on the Stranger Danger, one of the best ones is the one from the Monty Python. It's like, by what name do they
Yeah.
call you? They call me Tim.
Yeah.
You know, and he's even, you know, he's got a bunch of them. Like some of, like, I never even recognized, never even heard of, but it was fit so well and so nicely.
For years now, he must have just been going and having your little recorder with him, or whenever he watches a show on the internet or something like that. Just know, like, all right, as soon as it goes, just quickly record it and save it for later.
Yeah,
like
totally.
It'll become useful somewhere, and then
Yeah,
make an album. And,
I know I'm
all right,
gonna use
here's
it.
40 of them,
Totally.
and here's where they fit.
Totally.
Because he is the king of doing that.
Totally.
Well, him and Chokules too.
Yeah, they're both really good at it.
Yeah, really dope. It's like they have some common connection or something. Bullshit.
Hip hop? Hip hop?
Yeah, hip hop is their common connection. Anybody who has hip hop can do that. It's that time, buddy. Give me your top three.
Top three. Ooh, see, I was. Well, I know the one for sure.
Yeah.
Pop and Chips for me was the remix there. I thought that was a really good one. Really up tempo. Really nice.
I like that one too.
And you know, especially it kind of like you said, kind of blew us out of the water after our whole kind of remix theory, which I thought was really nice.
It remixed our remix theory.
Boom. Now I'm kind of a little torn. I thought I had an idea going on, you know, with what I wanted or what I thought might be my top three. But that last track there, "Drunk in the Sun,"
yeah,
totally just brought me in, and I'm definitely gonna throw it in my as number two.
All right.
I thought it was a really, really nice song, and really it's kind of laid back. well, not too laid back, but just had a nice vibe to it, and the vocals and the cuts just worked on it.
I can hear you. I hear that.
Now this is where I'm torn because there was a few songs that could take this number 3 spot, and I'm torn. I'm torn between. I'll tell you which ones. The Wake Up, track number 2, and where is it? Oh, Prom, the one that had the horn stabs in it and a few little change ups. And now
I'm sorry. When you say Wake Up, do you mean the one that had the Dynasty beat? Because that was actually okay. Wake Up. Yeah, okay.
Nope.
Just want to clarify.
Yeah, no. As much as I like that one, I just
couldn't get Dynasty out of your head. Yeah.
I just thought of the Dell song.
I hear you.
So you know what? I'm gonna go just because I do agree with what you said earlier. I liked his Jorun's up tempo beats.
Yeah.
And that was really his forte. So I'm gonna have to go with the Prom one there. I mean, Wake Up is just so close. You know, if I could pick another one, I'd put it up there.
Cool.
But those 3 for sure do it for me.
Yeah, man. That's you got 2 of the 3 that I was gonna choose.
Yeah.
Here's my selection right here. I would choose Prom. I would take Pop and Chip's remix. So we got 2 of the same ones right there.
Yep.
And that's 2 of the remixes. So our theory about remixes not being as good on this album are totally blown apart.
Mm-hmm.
And the last I got to choose is Halloween Special because I don't know, that one really did it for me. It was cool. It had a cool little kind of semi-sinister beat. It wasn't really sinister, but it was kind of like a fun little beat to it. And,
totally. That does definitely had a Halloween vibe to it.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like a scary vibe to it.
But it managed to stay away from being something I would play only around, the 31st.
Yeah, totally.
I would play that at other times of the year as well.
Totally, and not to not to push these ones. These are the only good ones, but the other ones, notable mentions. I thought Lost Boys was right up there. I thought that was a really good song. Wake Up as well, and can't read that from there.
If I'm going to throw a notable mention there, I got to do English Tutor because
English
that
Tutor?
made me laugh a
Yeah,
lot.
the skit was really good.
That made me laugh a lot.
Yeah, the skit was really good.
And you know what? I'm going to have to throw Homelander in because, well, for us, all we could think of was the song we already knew.
It was still a good
There's
song.
going to be,
Definitely.
there's going to be people out there who don't know that song, and that was a dope track.
Definitely.
I don't think we've given enough credit to that track. If I didn't know this other song that had a very similar beat, that would probably be my top 3.
Yeah. Or right on the fence because there was a few that were right up there. You just kind of were tough to decide.
Yeah,
tough to decide.
Yeah,
but overall, man, I thought this was really well done. I thought the beat production was really well done. I was really excited after hearing kind of the producer that Jorun was, and these 2 guys, Ghettosocks and Timbuktu are both on their own really good MCs, but I think the 2 of them coming together, they work very well. And we mentioned that on their back and forth flows that they had on a few tracks. Like Prom and like the Halloween track, they were going back and forth a few times, which sounded really, really good.
Yeah, they really kind of worked well together. Definitely. It sounded like they've been I think they have a couple tracks together previous to this album, but it sounds like they've been doing this for years.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm like we were saying before on this album, they always get in some people that they know. So I bet you that happened beforehand, and eventually at some point, whether it be on one of their albums respectively, I think at some point the 3 of them, Jorun, Ghettosocks, and Timbuktu, might have been working on a track together,
or on a tour together,
or on a tour together, and realized, hey, something's good here. We can do something here, and went after it.
That happens a lot, actually. There's a track right now by a group called Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks? I think it's called Twin Peaks. I want to say Ghettosocks is in it, but this story just kind of fell flat right away. But basically, it's 2 guys who were on tour together and worked on track together and realized that they should do a whole album together.
Yeah.
And it's Canadian, Ontario Canadian dudes, and it's a dope track. Check it out, Twin Peaks.
Yeah, cool. Very cool.
That's our show for this week. Tune in next week. We'll have another album for you. maybe something by Backburner.
Yeah, it'd be kind of nice to, well, and especially, kind of going with the theme of the album, how they pull in other people. It'd be nice to pull in someone else as well. And
I'm digging Backburner right now.
Yeah,
I could really go for a Backburner album.
All right, well,
maybe the Backburner album. Heatwave? The Backburner album. But anyways, tune next week. We might totally change it on the fly at the last second because we tend to do that.
Yeah.
And we will leave you with Timbuktu's Rock Radio track, which has a new video out. You should really check it out. It's really good, really well done. It has Chokulis in it. It has a dude that really looks a lot like Jesse Dangerously, who's not Jesse Dangerously. And yeah, it's
do we have the video?
We don't have the video right now.
Oh darn! Because it'd be kind of cool.
It would be very cool, and now you're making me look amateur hour.
Well, no, I wasn't trying to do
that's
that.
Fine, amateur
but
hour.
I mean, I just wanted to see Jesse, even though it's not Jesse.
You want to see the video?
You got me curious. Yeah, I really want to see this video. You got me curious. So
okay.
I mean,
I'll
can't
show the shit of this video to you.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, you should be happy because I wouldn't do this for anybody, buddy.
Just for me. So for all you out there, you can thank me because I got this.
Yeah.
For yous.
This is all you, big guy.
Yeah, right. Timbuktu, this is the Rock Radio, and this is new release video.
So this is the listening party.
Raps.
Dates from 9 to 5. Idea.
Toronto.
Why not?
The show must be riding this plane.
New rap tunes, forget reviews, getting our dues is taken way past noon. Never relate to making papes with shaving apes, tattoos. But it's amazing how we channel through the speakers some juice. Who's the groove jockey? The bruised rocky, the zoom rocket to rock the spot, popping and locking and got the crowd done. But that's the damn problem. They should be moving, tapping shoes and acting super duper cool. Let's get the Uzi diabolical shit. Come on, get off of the wall. We came here to have a good time. This ain't a firing squad. I'm a survivor, not retire. Got flyer, hot wire, ripping the broad cipher. Got hyper, the rowdy Rod Piper. Wesley Crusher, not snipes. Living the life of the writer. Forever before with Mike. Somebody before with Riker. A bit of the trusted advice. Never see us cause we're tighter. Becoming accustomed, getting concussions. Living your food with the lifers cause it's the real. This faction's got the passion to build. Bringing a savage random rap until it's mashed in your grill. Giving them half a chance and half a stance. We naturally will deliver the radio a reason to be paying these bills. Unescapable and capable of making labels would say it's safe and so backwards. I'm a rapper in a black hearse, massacre verse. After asking for disaster deserved, and I'ma act rash, leading the pack, collab with the masters. While other rappers put chances, try to relax with the pap smears. The backlash of my Black Sabbath on Blackbeard. I live in the past, a primitive faction bigger than last year. Bam Bam, swinging in clubs like I'm Bam Bam, the handicam gambler. Getting more love than your Gram, the freaking apostle. Like a Tupac quote, I grandstand, I'm off of the top ropes. Finish them off with a ram jam. That's all I know, it's all we do. The lyrical flow and follow through till brains are different and cat stands backgammon with the madman in nursing home. Still be working poems, serving flows like rice, wood and verbal so ice. Shouldn't I murder foes? Like Serpico, corrupt thoughts is not an option, I'm purposeful. The buck won't stop, I'm the show shop and searching so. Searching the earth is still my personal circus, spitting surgical verses through radio.
Rockin'.
listeners glued with Ooey Bluey to their radios. But
Question is, how far will you go? You go.